Hi viewers, welcome to Shaker's Biofactory for NEAT. Sexual reproduction in flowering plants with pollen significance. If you like this video, subscribe my channel, like, follow and share my videos to your students and friends to get more information on NEAT and other national state level competitive exams. In this video, I am going to explain the pollen significance with related to pollen products, pollen viability and pollen allergy. In sexual reproduction, the development of male gametes takes place with the help of two steps. One is microsporogenesis, second one is microgametogenesis. Microsporogenesis is a process. In this, the development of pollen grain or microspores takes place from diploid microspore mother cell with the help of meiosis divisions. After completion of microsporogenesis, four microspores or pollen grains are developed. These microspores it enters into second step, that is microgametogenesis. In microgametogenesis, the development of haploid male gametophyte it takes place from haploid pollen grain or microspores with the help of mitosis divisions. After completion of these microgametogenesis, two male gametes are developed in every pollen grain. After microsporogenesis, totally four microspores are developed from one single microspore mother cell. Now, these four microspores are collectively present at initial stage. Now it is called pollen tetrad. In this pollen tetrad, the arrangement of microspores observed in different pattern. The first method is tetrahedral tetrads. In this type, after completion of microsporogenesis, the four haploid microspores are arranged in tetrahedral form. It is called tetrahedral tetrads. In second method, the four microspores which are formed from a single microspore mother cell, these are arranged at lateral side of each other. Now it is called isobilateral tetrads. In third type, the four microspores are arranged in decussate form. That means two microspores are present at the right angle of other microspores is called decussate tetrads. In fourth type, the four microspores are arranged in T shape. That means in these four microspores, two are arranged longitudinally and two microspores are arranged transversely. Now such type of arrangement is called T-shaped tetrads. In last type, the four microspores are present in the form of a linear line. Now it is called linear tetrads. In this way, the four microspores are collectively present. It is called pollen tetrad or microspore tetrad. This microspore tetrad is formed due to presence of callose in between four microspores. After releasing of callase enzyme, the four microspores are separated from each other. Now each separated microspore is called pollen grain. In this way, pollen grains are separated. During the development of pollen grain and in the structure of pollen grain, we can observe various special features in different types of plants. Let us discuss some of the special features related to pollen grain development and pollen structure. In first type, that is polyspory, in most of the cases, four microspores or pollen grains are formed from a single microspore mother cell. But in one of the parasitic plant, that is called Cuscuta. In Cuscuta plant, after completion of microsporogenesis, more than four microspores or pollen grains are formed from a single microspore mother cell. That phenomenon is called polyspory. Example, Cuscuta. In second type, in some of the plants which belongs to Cyperaceae family. In these plants, after completion of microsporogenesis, four microspores are developed, but in these four, only one pollen grain it acts as a functional pollen grain. That special feature it is seen in Cyperaceae family members. In one of the plant, that is Hyacinthus. In this Hyacinthus plant, the pollen grain it contains 8 nucleus. These 8 nucleus are arranged in the form of embryo sac-like structure in pollen grain. Now, such type of pollen grains are called embryo sac type of pollen grain. This pollen grain was identified by one of the scientists, Nemick, so that this phenomenon is called Nemick phenomenon. In some plants like Typha. In Typha plant, after completion of microsporogenesis, totally 4 microspores are produced, but these 4 microspores are remain attached to each other. These 4 microspores are released to outside of the anther collectively. Now, such type of a group of pollen grains are called compound pollen. It is seen in Typha plant. In Asclepiadaceae members, best example Calotropis, along with some Orchidaceae members, the pollen grains are joined together to form a structure. Now it is called pollinium. The group of pollen grains are called pollinium. These are present in a sac-like structure. In Calotropis plant, the two pollinium are attached with the help of a structure. Now it is called translator apparatus. In Mimosaceae members, after completion of microsporogenesis, nearly 6 to 8 or 64 pollen grain are present collectively in the form of a stalk. Now it is the structure called maculae. And some records related to pollen grains. In one of the plant, that is a Mirabilis, the largest pollen grains are produced from anther. In one of the plant, Myosotis. In Myosotis, the smallest pollen grains are developed. These pollen grains are present in dumbbell shape. The longest pollen grains are seen in Zostera plant. In Zostera, the anther having some of the microspore mother cell, these are sterile in nature. These sterile microspore mother cells, they can provide nutrition to functional microspore mother cell. It is the special feature seen in Zostera plant. Like this, different special characters are observed during the development of pollen grain and in its structure. After completion of microsporogenesis, when the anther is matured, this matured anther, it will break down to release its pollen grains. That process is called dehiscence of anther. In angiosperms, the dehiscence of anther it occur with different methods. One of the method it is longitudinal dehiscence. In the structure of anther, the anther wall it will break down longitudinally to release the pollen grains. Now it is called longitudinal dehiscence. In few plants, at the tip of the anther, a minute pore is developed. From this pore, pollen grains are released to outside. Now, such type of dehiscence is called apical porous dehiscence. In few plants, the anther it breaks transversely to release its pollen grain. It is called transverse dehiscence. In few plants, the pollen grains are released to outside of the anther with the help of lateral opening. Now it is called valvular dehiscence. In this way, after completion of anther maturation, with the help of anther breakdown or dehiscence, pollen grains released to outside. The next topic is pollen products. Some of the commercial products which are developed from pollen grains, now these are called pollen products. Due to having of commercial importance, the pollen grains of different plants are collected. Now these are used in natural care, cosmetics, and some of the pollen grains are used as a food supplement. The pollen grains are rich with nutrients. Because of this reason, nowadays it become a fashion to take pollen food supplement in the form of pollen tablets and pollen syrups in Western countries. The large number of pollen tablets and pollen syrups are now available in market. These are used as a food supplement by us. By using this food supplement, especially the sports persons called athletes, their performance is increased because of this pollen consumption. Not only in sports persons, even the pollen's food supplement it was given to race horses to increase their performance. The next topic is pollen allergy. The pollen grains of some plants present in air it causes allergy. Now such type of pollen grains are called aeroallergens. The pollen grains, if these are inhaled into our respiratory system, immediately it causes several allergies and bronchial disorders in human being. Due to inhaling of these pollen grains in our respiratory system, immediately it causes chronic respiratory disorders like asthma and bronchitis. Hay fever, it is one of the disease. It is caused by the pollen grains from ambrosia plant. The most important weed plant that is Parthenium. Simply it is called carrot grass or Congress grass. This carrot grass or Congress grass, the Parthenium, it releases a number of pollen grains into the surrounding environment. And now these pollen grains causes allergy and asthma. This Parthenium plant, it is contaminated and enters into India as a contaminant with imported wheat, but it spread all parts of our country. Some symptoms of pollen allergy. The first symptom is nasal congestion, sinus pressure which may causes facial pain, runny nose, itch, watery eye, scratchy throat and cough, swollen bluish colored skin beneath the eye. The decreased sense it decreases the sense of taste and smell. And coming to the next topic, pollen viability. The pollen viability is a phenomenon. It is referred that the ability to deliver the pollen on the surface of stigma, then the pollen tube it release male gametes into embryo sac. The pollen viability can be tested with the help of a staining procedure. by using IKI, iodine, potassium iodide, and TTC 235 triphenyl tetraazoleum chloride. In some of the cereals like rice and wheat, the pollen grain it lost its viability within 30 minutes of their release. In some members like Rosaceae, Leguminosae, and Solanaceae members, the pollen grains have viable for many months. The viability of pollen grain generally it depends on the temperature and humidity present in its surrounding. Coming to pollen banks. The pollen banks are nothing but the pollen grains of different plants are collected and these are stored for a short period or very long period in a viable conditions. Now these stored pollen grains are commercially used for crop breeding program, biochemical and physiochemical studies. A collection of different type of pollen grains. It contains the male genetic material of flowering plants. Now it is used for plant excitive conservation. Generally, the pollen grains are stored with the help of a process. It is called cryopreservation. In this cryopreservation, by keeping the pollen grains in liquid nitrogen at minus 196 degrees centigrade temperature, the pollen grains can be stored for many days. This method is also used to store various living cells. It is called cryopreservation. In pollenology, some branches are there like entomopollenology. The entomopollenology is a study of pollen grains which are collected from insects. Melisopollenology is a branch of pollenology that studies the type of pollen grains present in honey. This branch it is helpful to estimate the quality of honey also. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, subscribe my channel, like, share my videos to your students and friends.